Hello and welcome to another video. My name is Boxiest, and today we're going to continue the What If series. What if events had gone differently? And in this What If, we're going to change the history of Cobra Kai. What if Daniel went to Terry Silver's house during the events of Cobra Kai Season 5? So in this timeline, the events of Cobra Kai Season 5 would still happen. Terry Silver would still burn down Mike Barnes' furniture store, and Mike would think that it was Daniel, and the events of Season 5 would carry on. Mike Barnes would still want to get his revenge, so much like in the original timeline, Mike Barnes would still hijack the limo, and he would confront Daniel, but Daniel would still tell him that it was Terry Silver that burned down his store, so Mike would want to go confront Silver, and Johnny and Chosen would want to join him, and in this timeline, Daniel would decide to go with them. So Mike, Johnny, Chosen, and Daniel would go to Terry Silver's house, and Terry would be surprised to see them. Mike would still be mad, and he would want to fight Silver, but this is when Sensei Minjun would come out, and he would start fighting Mike, but Mike would easily take him down, and much like in the original timeline, the other senseis would knock Mike Barnes out, so Daniel, Johnny, and Chosen would be left fighting the senseis. And while this was happening, the Miyagi Fangs would still break into the Cobra Kai dojo to expose Terry Silver, and Stingray would still want to warn the LaRussos, and he would still get Amanda and Carmen. Amanda would try calling Daniel, but Daniel wouldn't answer. Daniel and Johnny would continue fighting the senseis, while Chosen went after Silver, and those events would stay the same. Chosen would still fight Silver with his sword, and Chosen would still be defending himself with his sais. Chosen and Silver would continue to fight, and much like in the original timeline, Chosen would still defeat Silver, but while Chosen was distracted, Silver would still slash Chosen's back, and Chosen would still be left bleeding out. Daniel and Johnny would continue fighting the senseis, and they would stand a better chance in this timeline. They would use a combination of offense and defense. They would use the wheel technique to their advantage, and they would manage to take down the senseis. Terry Silver would come to the living room, and he would see his senseis defeated. So Terry Silver would get mad, and he would fight Daniel and Johnny. So Daniel and Johnny would team up against Terry Silver, and they would start to take him down. And Daniel would still use the Quicksilver method against Silver. Some of the senseis would get back up, and they would want to continue fighting Daniel and Johnny. But this is when Mike would get up, and he would defend Daniel and Johnny. So Daniel, Johnny, and Mike would defeat Silver and the rest of his senseis in this timeline. And much like in the original timeline, the Miyagi Fangs would still expose Terry Silver. So Terry Silver would still be arrested, but since Terry Silver wasn't publicly defeated, Sensei Kim Daeun would take over Cobra Kai. So Cobra Kai wouldn't shut down in this timeline, but a majority of the students would still leave, and Sensei Kim Daeun would run Cobra Kai, similar to her dojo back in Korea. And that is where I'm gonna end this What If. Thank you guys for watching. What do you guys think would have happened if Daniel went to Terry Silver's house during the events of Cobra Kai Season 5? Let me know in the comments below. YouTube lets me know that the majority of you are not subscribed, so if you guys could subscribe, that would be much appreciated. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like this video, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. And I'll see you guys next time.